Good afternoon, and thank you for listening to Listed by Mina Kuper. We're about real estate, trust, probate, divorce, and more. So this show is created by me because I wanted to educate people on things that they don't know, or they have no experience in these fields when it comes to having to deal with dissolutions of properties, or how it all works, and to find professionals that are on top of their game, that are honest and work together in harmony, because this is a very sensitive matter, dissolutions of relationships, and it comes to real estate. And I have an amazing person on with us today, which I was really excited about. Xiliary Twil is an accredited senior appraiser with the American Society of Appraisers, but of fine art. And she's so interesting and has so many years of experience. And just talking to her just made my day, because art is it's like music. It touches you and it touches your neurons, and it's happy medicine, right? Organic happy medicine. And Xiliary has been doing this for many, many years, and she really knows. She knows what she's doing. And if you want to get value from your artwork or your inventory of assets that are within your ownership, Xiliary can help you. So, Xiliary, tell us a little bit about what goes into being an appraiser of fine art. Tell us a little bit. I know you are a little more than that, even a lot more than that. But tell us about that.
Well, Mina, thank you very much for having me on today. And hi, everybody. Not a typical topic that you hear on the radio talking about fine art appraising, but I have been in the art world for 40 years as an art historian and gallery director and art consultant and public art specialist. And appraisals are pretty interesting. Spending 40 years learning about art, I felt it was time to do a segue into something that was really recession-proof. And writing appraisals, people need them for all intended uses, such as death, divorce, taxes, like if you're doing a charitable donation, if you're trying to settle some sort of dispute with property and with personal property for art. And so there's all sorts of different aspects of appraising. And I went back to college and took courses that were authorized by the American Society of Appraisers. And every 2 years I have to be tested. And every 5 years I have to submit my renewal showing that I have at least 100 hours of continuing education credits.
And how does one determine what type of art appraisal they will need? Would it be one for fair market value, for estate taxes, for the step-up basis? Can you touch a little bit about each one of those, why it's important, and what should they, what kind of art would be valuable to go out there and really, maximize on its value?
Well, those are really good questions, and I think the answer is a couple of things. A lot of times, people who do have art, now mind you, you do not have to be a gazillionaire to have art that can be appraised. It's not like the David Geffens or the Ken Griffins or the Steve Wynn kind of people. People who go and collect modestly, they need appraisals, let's say for insurance. So that would be replacement value. So if there is a disaster, a leak like a rainstorm with the water coming in, or a fire, they need insurance to make sure that their art is covered for replacement value. A lot of people maybe do it one time. You should have your appraisal done for insurance every 3 to 5 years, especially now with the art market is very volatile. It's been doing really great, believe it or not, during COVID. And then there's a fair market value appraisal report that is written for a couple of different reasons. One might be a death, because you're filing estate taxes, and you have to have a fair market value of the artwork to submit to the IRS with the estate paperwork. It might be for a charitable donation. So if you decide that you want to give a work of art to an institution, you would need a fair market value appraisal for a charitable donation. And also fair market value in case of a divorce. If you're splitting up the property, the artwork, that's another time that you would need an appraisal to really divide up the assets. Or if there's any kind of dispute, you will also need to have a fair market appraisal report.
And what's great about you, Xiliary, is you've worked on a lot of the legal aspects of, having art appraised and having help selling it in appropriate channels, which is amazing because I think sometimes it doesn't go both where people have the experience in the legal aspect of it so that everyone's compliant, whether it's a tax matter or divorce or, a trust to probate or just an inheritance type of matter. So where do they start? So, they're getting divorced, let's say people getting divorced and they have this art, I guess they have to decide. I guess the best thing is, I would assume, is to call someone like you or have the attorneys call you to get a good fair market value. Would that be correct?
That's a good place to start. I will say as a precautionary note that if you have an art collection and you're not married and you plan on getting married, make sure that you're very specific in your prenup as to who gets what, just in case there is a divorce. Nothing is worse than having to try to split beloved artwork and then you end up having to sell it in the end. So what happens is that people would, their attorneys would call me in many cases if it's a very expensive divorce. Absolutely. Everything goes through the attorney. But even if it's not an expensive divorce, typically what happens is that one spouse will have the artwork appraised and the other spouse, if they don't like it, they can go get another appraiser on their own, and you may have two very disparate values. If no one comes to an agreement, the judge or the mediator will have the right to bring in a third appraiser to be able to settle the dispute. And so that's typically, I get calls from mediators, from divorce attorneys, from CBAs and attorneys, especially for these divorces. And it needs to be valued so they can decide who gets what. I'm working on one right now, actually, and it's been going on for 3 years, and we're reappraising it because the husband died during the divorce proceedings. So it gets very complicated in those cases.
Wow. And do they just hold it in a blocked account, I assume, or they just try to figure out, I guess the first thing is just to try to get the value out of it, I assume.
And then a lot of times the art if someone walks away with the art, if it's not documented. So that's a whole nother issue. Sorry to interrupt.
So as soon as someone acquires art, they should really have it in a documented legal document somewhere with intentions of it.
Exactly. Exactly. And one of the things in owning property is that who actually paid for it. If you paid for a work of art out of your own money under California law, that is yours, even if you are married and it's community property. So if your husband is buying everything with his personal funds that are not commingled, then that belongs to him in many cases, unless you have a good attorney. Right.
And sometimes, depending on the whole story, the way things are divided up, it may benefit to look at things differently. Everybody puts everything on the table so that they see where, because dollars and cents is one thing, but how does that affect the person's bottom line? One person may benefit more and they can work out some kind of agreement between each other. And, I know you mentioned, we talked briefly about the benefit of donating the art.
Well, there's three different things you can, let's say you inherit a bunch of art, or whether it's through death or divorce, and you can really take a look at, is it better to sell the art and take that money and donate that money to an institution or charity of your choice.
Ah.
That's a tax issue that you need to speak to your CPA about. Or you can donate it because it may be a better situation for you financially to donate it. You might not have as much capital gains involved in it. Or you can gift it. The tax laws keep changing with what you can gift in terms of the amount. And so right now, you can give $15,000 to as many people as you want every year. And so maybe think about gifting art to your family that is valued at $15,000 and under. So that's another way to go.
Yeah, and it's so what's nice about what you do is you help the attorneys or the mediators or the families be creative.
Yes.
Because you are business oriented as well as being artistic. And that's the combination is rare. It really is. And now, dealing with trust, probate, divorce, real estate matters, I often get, people, hissing at each other or, what have you. And it's always a benefit for everyone to have an option to throw someone in the middle to kind of answer their question without them just going at it without really knowing what their options are. Because when you have information about what your possibilities are instead of arguing, that's a world of difference. And that's why I have my shows. So people can call people like you instead of arguing. And then you see on the table what the best solution is and what is available to them, dollars-wise, different procedures that they can follow, plans, donations, selling it, what have you, because I know you also have so many connections all over the world, and you're so well-traveled, and that gives you so many brownie points. It's not someone that just got up one day and decided to do this. Because you have such a passion for it. You love it so much. You have me loving it, and that exudes, when you talk to someone, guys, when you call Xiliary and you talk to her, if you're not in a good mood, you will be. I can tell you. She's a lot of fun.
I'm very self-deprecating also.
She's serious about her business. Yeah.
I am. It sounds very glamorous, but, and it is on a certain level, truthfully. You get to go to great houses, but then there's times where I was in a storage unit for 3 days going through about 1,000 works of art freezing to death because there's no heat and storage facilities. So it's, but, one of the things you said about appraisers are required to be unbiased. They can't root for either team. We have to be in the middle. And so we can't skew the results just to make you happy.
Right.
And so that is one of the code of ethics and the uniform standards of appraisal practices that we have to follow. And so that's what you always want to look for.
Right. And what's good, let's say, people are meeting professionals that will assist them in their, dissolution of a relationship, whether death or divorce. And you get to Zoom or meet with someone and everyone's on there so they can intelligently make a decision what is the best move. Because people just think that organically what may be something practical in their minds because they don't know everything you know about it may not be what the best solution is. So at least you have someone in their court to speak with that will give all of the people involved options and what that looks like. And then people can make a much better decision because I have often spoken to people and it's after the party, right? And they're like, I wish I would have known that. And I just making $1 on each person, I probably could have retired of people that said, I wish I would have known that. And it was already too late, obviously. And so that what compelled me so much to do this show, to have and be so fortunate to meet a team that is so knowledgeable and educated. And what's a great, great way, and I know we can put it on you can put it on Facebook as well, because we're streaming as well on the radio, 98.1 FM, 1220 AM, and you can put it on our Facebook stream, a good way for people to get in touch with you. And I know you're so available, and that is also one of my priorities for people that I have on the show, that they don't have to go through 10 different people to get to the person. And I like that about you. And you're never too, and you are so busy, and you're never too busy to make sure to get back to somebody. So what's a good way, Xiliary, to get in touch with you?
I think a good way, if you have a question, you can either do two things. You can either email me, and then I can follow up with a phone call, or you can give me a call. And so I can give you my phone numbers now if you'd like it to be on Facebook, whatever you'd like.
Yes, please, announce your phone numbers. The people driving in their cars and listening on the radio may not be able to write it down, but they can certainly
I hope not.
I hope not.
Yeah, you can call.
Unless they have.
Yeah, pull over.
Cars that drive by themselves. What's going on with that? But
I need me one of those. Mina, Well, you should also let them know how to spell my name, but I'll give you my phone number. My phone number is really easy. It's 310-991-8945. And that spells my last name. So it's 991 Twil.
Oh, I love it. I didn't realize that. How amazing. How brilliant. Very clever. Very clever.
That's when you could choose your own number a gazillion years ago.
I love it. And will you do us a favor? Can you post underneath in the Facebook group, KHTS Hometown Station, so when people are not driving and they get home or they want to contact you, they can look on their Facebook and get it in the comments. And
right.
They can have it right there and then for them to be able to reach you.
So I can definitely do that.
Awesome. No, but this is great. And it's so exciting. I'm sure when you were traveling, things were more open. It was just a fun thing. And do people do wine collections and things like that too?
They do. Now, that sounds very glamorous, but I will tell you, appraising wine, unless you're drinking it, basically you are in a cold storage facility because you can't pull it out to appraise it. And you have to look at labels. You have to see if there's any seepage around the cork or if the foil is damaged. It's not very glamorous. Going to the wine tastings are much more fun, I will tell you.
Yeah,
but
I can imagine. I know it's really quite an interesting concept. But I love art and it's the value and this everything that people have done over the years that I've admired. I used to go to the large art conventions in New York, where I'm originally from, and I have friends in the art world. And I just looked at things, and they were three-dimensional or just so interesting when people, artwork speaks, in volume. And it really, puts you in a different level. It distracts you in a good way. And I think that if people do have some things that are kind of hanging around, so to speak, no pun intended, and you want to change things up a bit and maybe, cash out, just even if you're not going through a divorce or you're not having a death in the family, you may just want to move things around and sell some things, buy some things, and Xiliary Twil can help you with that as well.
Thank you. I absolutely, I work with a lot of people that perhaps inherited art, and I work with auction houses all over the world. And I've worked with art that came from, 1919 that was brought over when they were fleeing Europe right after World War I, and World War II was on its way. They moved to California, and we actually sold this painting that was brought over in 1919. Sold it back into Germany through a German auction house, and it only had one owner. So, there's always situations that people, when they inherit art, they might want to sell it, and there's different vehicles that you can sell artwork. I can make recommendations.
Right, and it's so comforting to know that if I have my artwork and I have you sell it, it's going to go to the right place, and it's going to be done properly and done efficiently, and I'm so excited, and I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I look forward to working together more, and spending 2021 maybe outdoors together
in person or something.
In a place we can eat a meal and, not have to have a picnic. So I really, really, really enjoyed having you, and I enjoyed talking to you. And I want to thank you so much. And I wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday. And we'll be back. We're going to take a break now, and we'll be back with personally your staging. That's another interior type of thing that is important when you're selling a house or buying a house or just want to live in a more comfortable environment. We'll be back.
La Rocca Inspections provides 4 of the most needed inspections when buying or selling real estate, and homeowners love their property reviews. Since 1994, they serve the greater Los Angeles area and its 100-plus communities. Schedule residential or commercial inspections for your comprehensive reports. Their inspections can save you money on repairs. Go to laroccainspections.com and download the free guide to inspections. Call now for your free quote, 818-951-1795.
At Substrata, they're dedicated to be your go-to general contractor. They are a premier builder of high-end custom homes from the ground up, major remodels and expansions, multi-unit construction, and commercial tenant improvements for both retail and office build-out. Their focus on details and personal attention have been constant from conception of the project to completion. They build stories not with pen and keyboard, but with steel and manpower. Visit substrata.com or call 424-702-5700.
When it comes to buying or selling your home, there's no room for error with your money. That's why Precision Escrow is the company you need to know. When selling your home, you want to make sure you're working with a company that has your best interest and keeps your money safe. That's why they use encrypted emails and secure trust accounting. Precision Escrow will follow the contract in detail from the beginning to the end and protect the parties involved. Working with Precision is like working with a huge family. Everyone is always smiling and cohesively working together for you. Check out their 5-star Yelp and Google reviews and see how they separate themselves from the competition. Whether you use an agent or sell your home yourself, they'll give you 30% off your transaction, which saves you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Use code RADIO30 to take advantage of the savings. Call Lauren Fredette, your representative, for more details. She's available 7 days a week during and after office hours. Call toll-free 877-393-4101. Let them help you through one of the most important decisions of your life.
Hi, I'm Miles McNamara, Certified Senior Advisor and owner of Comfort Keepers and Home Care. Our caregivers help you in your own home. A Comfort Keeper can provide companionship, meal preparation, medication monitoring, assistance with personal care, transportation to doctor appointments, all enhancing your independence and safety in the comfort and privacy of your own home. So if you or someone you love could use a helping hand at home, call Comfort Keepers at 287-4200. That's 287-4200.
Mina Kuper is a realtor focusing on trust, probate, divorce real estate matters, and more. She's published books on inherited and divorced properties, and she's got 20 years experience serving areas from Santa Barbara County down to San Diego County, making your real estate transactions real. Tune in to Listed by Mina every Tuesday at 2 p.m. for great perks, special guests, and surprises.
Your hometown station.
KHTS is the only station I listen to.
98.1 FM and AM 1220.
Welcome back to Listed by Mina Kuper. You're listening to KHTS Hometown Station, 98.1 FM, 1220 AM. What we're about real estate, trust, probate, divorce, and more. So my station, my show is about people who may be going through any of these types of changes in life, and they need to have professionals by their side. They are really knowledgeable about what they do and how they do it. And I have met many professionals that have been so amazing to all my clients. As you know, I'm a realtor, and I focus a lot on trust, probate, and divorce. real estate. So there are other ingredients in the process. And today I have Dora Kessler with Personal Yours Staging and Interiors. And she's worked on so many of my projects. And I can't begin to tell you. There was a story. I'll just tell it real quick because I love it. Person had their house listed in the valley, in San Fernando Valley, and they couldn't get it sold, right? They had an agent, and the listing was expiring, and they just couldn't understand. So they hired me once the listing was expired. We got full price offers in 7 days. And Dora Kessler came in. We got a pod. We put everything in the pod that we didn't need in the house and got some accessories and worked with, because they were living in the house, and worked with what they had also. And Dora just said, come into a house and make it look like a brand new house. They can take an aged bathroom and make it look shabby chic. And at such a budget of a price that you would just, their connections are extraordinary. So Dora, please tell the audience, how and what is important when, you go into a house. What do you look for? People's personalities, you mentioned. Tell me what you look for.
Hi, Mina. How are you? Thank you for you're my wonderful cheerleader. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
so
I
welcome.
love working with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
What I look for in a property that's for sale, I think staging is very, very important. It's very important to make it desirable for a potential buyer. I want to make the house stand out from the other homes that are on the market. Staging really is a major, major procuring factor in getting a house sold at a higher price and definitely much quicker. Now, I also remember that especially first-time home buyers or renters, they could be a little bit nervous about going into a huge expense, very huge expense. So what I do is I try to make it easy and comfortable for them by giving a wow factor to the property. That is so important. When
and I know you work within their budget. I know.
I always work.
Budget.
Yes. I definitely work within the budget of the realtor that I'm helping sell the house with, or whether it's a personal client that would like to have their home really become personalized to them. So I love to work with everyone that really needs that help. And yes, I do work in their budget. And one of the things that's very important when I meet a realtor is I want to make sure that the home is not cluttered, it's clean, and it's not as personalized inside. Because when the potential buyer comes in, I really want them to see themselves in the home. I customize the house. It could be with a shoestring budget to give it that magazine quality. The home has to reflect the personality of the client. It has to. So one of the important things that I also look for and speak to the realtor about, what is it that sells in your area? What type of clients do you have? You really have to know the location that you're working in, and you can get a better idea what type of clients you will have and what would sell the house. I also do work, yeah.
No, I was going to say that, on a case-by-case basis, a lot of times I will pick up the fees for the staging. So I want everyone to know that because it is so important to me that I will actually pick up the charges on a case-by-case basis. So, Dora, I think I did that on a couple of deals that we did together. And okay.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, I just wanted to put that in there, yeah.
Well, that's very important because sometimes the homeowner doesn't want to pay for it, and sometimes the realtor may not be able to invest in it. So I personally appreciate everything you do you give it your all and you give back to all your clients. You want to make sure that everybody's happy and they get the best possible result. It is very important. So I appreciate working with you. So people buy homes for all kinds of reasons, either because they want a space for a future family, or they want to downgrade to a smaller space because their children are grown. So there are a lot of different reasons for that. Many times, and a lot of my clients are personal clients that really just got divorced. And I spend a lot of time talking to them because I really need to know what their lifestyle is. Even the simplest things like what colors give them comfort. And as I've been talking to people, what I realize is that, if you've been married for a while or in a relationship with someone, everything becomes a we. So one of the things that I love to do for people is find out what the I is. What is it that Mary wants? What is it that Stephen wants? And in a way, it helps to develop, really learn who they are. Because my goal is to give them the kind of home that, they can entertain in, that feels like them. So when they come home, they want to kick off their shoes. They want to invite a friend. They want to have a glass of wine. They just love being in their home. That is so important to me. I also reach out to communities that work with children that may need a little extra help, that may be challenged in some things. Maybe there's autism. Maybe there's something that needs a little special attention. So I meet a lot of parents with children that do have special needs. And one of the things that I do is really meet with them, find out what their family is like. How many children do they have? Tell me a little bit about your child. What is your child like? What gives them that comfort zone, aside from what the other siblings have? So I really do that. Some children may just like to draw. And you know what? So I will give them perhaps a chalk wall where they can just go into their room, into their space, and just let their imagination just run away with them. It is so comforting. It's comforting for the child, for the parents, and other siblings. Yeah.
Dora, I wanted to also mention another thing that you do. With COVID, people are hunkered down together, and things get old quicker.
Yeah.
Just looking at things. And I know that obviously we're all being careful with this pandemic, and I know that something that's exciting for a lot of people that cannot have people in their home or what have you, is to do a Zoom call with them and virtually walk them through what to get and do things like that with them and where to go to get it, so they can refresh their home, because we may be hunkered down for a while here, and people are getting depressed, sad, and just a little tweaking in the house, refresher, and spending maybe a couple $100 even just to purchase a few things and update it, because I know you're great at that, and walking them through it via Zoom. And you don't have to do anything other than let her tell you how to do and where to put everything, and she will do it with you through Zoom. And that is just so fun, and it's a project you can do with the kids, and you can go to the store and purchase a couple of things, or online. You can buy things online and just have a whole different look in the house and be like you're in a new place instead of leaving.
Thank you, Mina. You're 100% right. And it's really a lot of fun, because when I work with families, we all get involved. And we all have so much fun doing it. And everyone feels that, I'm part of this. And you're 100% right. But of course, also, let's say if the home is empty and I'm dealing with a realtor, yes, I will go out and I will personally pick up the items that are needed. So I definitely do both. But it's just amazing what kind of creativity comes out when you get the homeowners involved and just sprucing up their home a little bit.
I know you did a few of those projects in the last 6 months, and I have to tell you.
I did a lot of those projects, a lot.
That was so fun. I know a couple of them were my clients, the people that I knew, and they had such a blast. They had their kids help them, and it was a whole project. It was fun. It gets your mind off of what's going on. And there's some exercise involved in this. So, you
You're 100% right about that.
They have to
when
hang
they start moving the furniture around.
Put a little music on, make it fun, because that's what it's all about, living life.
Well, that is
fun.
what I do. Sometimes we do put the music on, and we do have fun, and we move furniture around, and we move furniture out virtually. And you know what? A lot of times, the homeowner has a lot of things in a closet or another room, and we just switch it around, and it looks like a completely different home.
It's amazing.
Without spending a lot of money.
Dora, what's a good way for people to get in touch with you? Because I know that we're going to have a lot of people wanting to reach out to you, and when we're off the call and people are not driving, whoever is not on Facebook watching us on Facebook, they hopefully don't write when they're driving. So
right.
Don't write when you're driving. Please don't.
Please don't do that.
Dora will put her information in the comments, and that will be going on all the time. And you can reach out to her, ask her questions if you have any friends, even if they're out of state. She can do the virtual thing with them.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
California, right? That's the beauty
I've done a lot of virtual decors. And it was a lot of fun. It's so much fun just meeting people from all over. It's just a lot of fun.
It is. And right now, that's what we have to have is fun. And
exactly. And make things pretty. And do things that make us feel good.
Yes, good music, pretty environment. The site, when you look at things, visual things, it taps into your nervous system in the brain and gives you positive highs, if you will, organically. Music, viewing things that are nice to the eye, a sense of calm, that your environment should include that, or something happy, whatever it is, that one thing, if you go back to what made you happy when you were the happiest, include something like that in your house, because those are the things that are going to tap in, right? They're going to tap into your buying, the way your attitude, and that's will keep you healthy. Your immune system will keep you going. And it's just so exciting.
I absolutely agree.
Do you want to give people your phone number? I know you're also very reachable, and I love that about you, and your website, so people can get in touch with you. And again, they can reach me, and it will be in the comments. So please let everybody know what that is.
So my direct number, I use that now because when you call, I want to make sure I get in touch with you and respond. So my number is 310-863-7144. I would love to hear from you.
Awesome. Dora, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I can't wait to have another project together. And I know some people out in Atlanta that reached out to me that I know from the Keller Williams offices may have some needs of their own for their own environment to make it happy. So, I'll let you know about that. And then it's really exciting, and they're excited. They're like, oh, everything looks so the same, And I'm like, I get it. Got to change it up. So, again, thank you. I look forward to working with you soon and talking to you real soon. Thank you. So we're going to take a break. Yes, thank you.
And Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes, happy and healthy. And we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
La Rocca Inspections provides 4 of the most needed inspections when buying or selling real estate, and homeowners love their property reviews. Since 1994, they serve the greater Los Angeles area and its 100 plus communities. Schedule residential or commercial inspections for your comprehensive reports. Their inspections can save you money on repairs. Go to LaRoccaInspections.com and download the free guide to inspections. Call now for your free quote, 818-951-1795.
Mina Kuper is a realtor, focusing on trust, probate, divorce real estate matters, and more. She's published books on inherited and divorced properties, and she's got 20 years experience serving areas from Santa Barbara County down to San Diego County, making your real estate transactions real. Tune in to Listed by Mina every Tuesday at 2 p.m. for great perks, special guests, and surprises.
When it comes to buying or selling your home, there's no room for error with your money. That's why Precision Escrow is the company you need to know. When selling your home, you want to make sure you're working with a company that has your best interest and keeps your money safe. That's why they use encrypted emails and secure trust accounting. Precision Escrow will follow the contract in detail from the beginning to the end and protect the parties involved. Working with Precision is like working with a huge family. Everyone is always smiling and cohesively working together for you. Check out their 5-star Yelp and Google reviews and see how they separate themselves from the competition. Whether you use an agent or sell your home yourself, they'll give you 30% off your transaction, which saves you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Use code RADIO30 to take advantage of the savings. Call Lauren Fredette, your representative, for more details. She's available 7 days a week during and after office hours. Call toll-free 877-393-4101. Let them help you through one of the most important decisions of your life.
Felicia Dorado Insurance Agency specializes in your small business, homeowners, auto, umbrella, and life insurance needs. Their personalized staff is passionate to help you save money while keeping all your valuable assets covered. During these times, many people are concerned about insurance and getting the best value for their dollar. Felicia Dorado's Insurance Agency understands this and approaches each situation uniquely. Felicia Dorado's Insurance Agency has friendly hometown customer service reps that are ready to help you today. 661-288-2001.
I love it.
Right on!
Your hometown station.
Welcome back. You're listening to Listed by Mina Kuper. We're about real estate, trust, probate, divorce, and more. And the reason I did this show is to educate people and let them know what's available to them. And being on the radio for me has been just an amazing way to let people know, right? It's like shouting out to the universe that there's help out there. There are good professionals out there that are loyal. They know what they're doing. They're accessible. And I want everyone to know that. Something I'm doing right now, I'm giving back $5,000 with every transaction out of my end towards your favorite charity or in closing costs so that we can help. I'm here to help people. And that enables me to help people in the volume that I like to help people, whether it's pet causes, animal charities, children, whatever's dear to your heart, or it's just sellers or buyers closing costs. You know, I hope you think of me when you know someone or you're selling or buying real estate. I am a certified trust and probate realtor, and anybody on the show, I have direct contact with them on a quite a common basis frequently. So talking about different things and different people that cross our paths. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, 310-345-8500. And please, comment on Facebook. I do look there. And if you need any questions answered about any of that, I am certified in trust and probate. I've done quite a bit of those. I've worked with solutions of relationships, divorce, uncoupling, as they call it. And I'm really in the middle, right? I'm the person that tries to be level-headed and give my best opinions on things when asked. And everything that I do is a very detailed report, whether it's going to the court system, an attorney, a family member. There are no questions asked when I do the reports of pricing, why I feel what I feel. I'm like a realtor nerd, if you will, because I really love what I do. And that's everybody on my show loves what they do. And you can hear it in them when they talk about it because it's their passion. And they could do it all day long. And that's what they do all day long, you know. So please reach out to me. I'm here to help people. And I'm on every Tuesday at 2 p.m. We're an hour show, 2 to 3. If you have any questions, even with things that you may not think I know about, please do reach out because maybe if I don't know, I can find out or find someone that knows. So please reach out to me if you need good realtors in other states. With Keller Williams, I have a large network of very, very professional realtors, and sometimes we do have annexed probates where the properties are in different states. And I like to orchestrate that so that there are not too many chefs in the kitchen, and so everything goes smoothly on both areas. So again, 310-345-8500. And please, again, reach out to me. Take advantage of my $5,000 donation in one way or another. Refer to me. My areas of location is Ventura County all the way through Orange County, so LA County, San Fernando Valley, South Bay, Ventura, Santa Clarita, Newhall. I'm very well versed in all those areas because of the nature of my business. I don't choose where my properties are. And so I've learned the markets very well. And we do go off market to see purchases that may not hit the market. And my negotiating skills are pretty advanced. So that's good for my clients and very transparent. So please call me if you want to just have a Zoom or a call and a coffee. I welcome that. 310-345-8500. And I will see you next Tuesday at 2.